BrewTube, you see the box in front of me, you see my happy beer hoarding face on, so you know what's up. It's beer mail time, and this time we've got a beer mail from our good buddy Rich up at Rich's World Beer Tour. If you haven't checked out his channel, what's your problem? Check him out. He does awesome reviews, man. Even does reviews out in the snow. I ain't that hardy. I'm kind of wimpy down here. I guess I'm from down south too far. I can't take that cold. Anyways, this was kind of a surprise beer mail. Out of the blue, Rich said, DJ, I'm sending you some brews, buddy. And this came just at the right time. I was sick for a while, and when I got this, I was like the end of my cold, and this was the last pick-me-up I needed, man. Put a big-ass smile on my face. Yeah, nothing like beer mail. So, I'm going to crack this box open. I'm going to unwrap the wrapping. I'm going to bring my sidebar chair up here like I always do, and we're going to show you what's up in this box. And I'll be back in a flash. Hey there guys, I'm back, man. Rich did a hella good job packaging this beer, man. As you know, this year, up in the Great White North where Rich lives, all the way down further south where I live here in the Mid-Atlantic, it's been cold as a witch's titty this winter. And Rich packed this bad boy for war. Could have taken a direct RPG hit. And that's what you got to do in the winter conditions if you want that beer to get there without any wounded soldiers, baby. Rich, awesome job on the packaging. He also sent me a nice note. Thanks a million for your kindness, man. He gave me a little inkling of what may be in the pack even before I opened up the wrapping like a kid on Christmas. But anyways, you want to be like a kid on Christmas now too, don't you? You want to see what's up in this box. So I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to start pulling out some of these bottles and show you the kindness that I'm talking about from Rich. Anyways, so first bottle up, we're going to pull a big old bomber out. And this beer is called War and Peace. Now, I might feel like War and Peace after I jam this whole bad boy myself. Anyways, but this is from Fulton Brewing Company. These guys are out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is a beer I was looking for while I was up there beer shopping on my last trip. And this is an Imperial Coffee Stout that's 9.5% ABV and 81 IBUs. This is sounding and feeling a little bit like Speedway Stout to me, and you know I'm loving that beer. Check out my review number 350. Anyways, next up, we got another beer that I was seeking out while I was up there, and this is a beer from Liftbridge Brewing Company, and these guys are out of Stillwater, Minnesota, and it's their Commander Barley Wine. This isn't just any barley wine, this is a barrel-aged barley wine. This bad boy's clocking in at 12.5% ABV and 75 IBUs. You know I'm going to have Johnny help me out with this bad boy, or I'll be totally cronked. Or, well, you know what? Depends how shitty the day is, doesn't it? Anyways, yes. Next beer, okay, we're going to get into some beers from a brewery that I have one beer from that my buddy Eric Wood hooked me up with last time I was up in Minnesota. Shout out to you, Eric. And it's a beer from Central Waters. First one up from Central Waters. These are all barrel-aged beers, man. If you watch Rich's channel, which you should do, like I said before, he's big into barrel-aged beers. And the first beer up that he sent me is their Central Waters Stout. Now, this is their Bourbon Barrel Stout, and this is an Imperial Stout that clocks in at 9.5% ABV and 70 IBUs. Now, if you don't know, Central Waters is out of Amherst, Wisconsin, and they're really known for their barrel aging program and the beers they put out in that. And you'll see they have a plethora of them as I pull them out here. So the next one up is we've got their Bourbon Barrel Scotch Ale. Now, this is a wee heavy. This was 8% ABV. I think they're real sketchy on this one, and it's 18 IBUs. And you guys know I'm loving some Founders Backwoods Bastard and Walver. So those beers are near and dear to my heart. Rich is into the barrel-aged action too, and he likes Backwoods Bastard. Who doesn't? Well, if you don't like barrel-aged beers, you can send your Backwoods Bastard to me if you don't like that beer, anybody who's watching. Anyways, awesome, man. Look at this. We're barrel-aged stout. Yeah. Okay, next up, what do we got here? Yes. Now, this beer we've got sort of a duplicate of, but it's different, even though it's the same. This is the, Bourbon Barrel Aged Barley Wine Ale. And another Central Waters beer. This one clocks in 11.5% ABV, and it's 52 IBUs. Now, I have a 2012 of this, and this is 2013. And to go with that beer, to make it even better, because Rich is cool as hell, we've got a 2014, so I've got like a vertical like immediately, so I could drink that whole vertical and probably, out in La La Land, but we might have to bring the stunt drinker in to give us a little bit of help with that, I think. So, next up, this is a beer I'm really super stoked to get. Another Central Waters beer, and it's one that they've had a lot of problems producing. I didn't think I would ever have. They've had infection problems year after year. In fact, this year they just recalled their infected batch of it. This is last year's there was a partial infection, and luckily Rich got some that didn't have any infection. What beer is that? It's their Peruvian Morning Brand Stout. Now this is their sort of KBS or like Bourbon County Coffee like beer. And this is a real sought after beer, 8% we think ABV and 70 IBUs. So this beer, I'm super stoked because they may actually discontinue making that beer. Thanks a million, Rich. I really appreciate you sending this because probably I wouldn't even have a chance at all to drink that beer. So, now one last beer, but it's last but not least that he sent me like a duplicate of. 1 and 2. You see by the can, it's a beer called Blacker from our friends up at Surly Brewing and Three Floyds and Real Ale, who's out of Texas, I think. I've heard, of course, of Surly and Three Floyds. Now, this particular beer was brewed at Surly's. This one, super fresh. This is their big Imperial Black IPA, 9.99% ABV and 85 IBUs. This is a big old collab beer. And he sent me this extra beer here, I assume, to give to the stunt drinker known as Johnny, who inhabits DJs BrewTube as well. It depends how much I like this beer, whether or not Johnny will get this one. Of course, he may put a hit out on me if he does not get said beer. But anyways, that's another story that we'll have to handle internally here at DJs BrewTube. Look at all of this liquid awesomeness. Rich, thanks a million, man. This is totally freaking awesome. This made me feel so much better getting a cool beer mail at the tail end of my cold. I got a big-ass package just about ready to send up to you. It'll be going out this week, and I hope you enjoy those brews as much as I'm sure I'm going to enjoy these. Thanks a million, man. You're super generous. I'm really grateful for you sending me all this stuff, man. I really mean it. So, till the next time, guys, you got to do something really important for me, okay? You got to think globally. You got to drink locally. Man, Rich was really thinking locally, man. All this stuff is from right around him, man. He's supporting the craft beer movement. I'm supporting the craft beer movement because I'm going to be drinking this, and I'm making a beer mail video talking about it. You know what? And that'll just keep this whole thing growing, man. Keep the variety. Look at all this variety, man. This is just freaking awesome. So, till the next time, guys, thanks a million. You know my beer hoarding ass will be back with more beer mail videos soon. Until then, I got nothing but a whole bunch of love for you. And a big ass what? Yeah. Peace out.